Peace, infinite waters diving deep once again. We are here in the art gallery. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. 10 ways to attract someone who adores you, who loves you, who would do anything for you. Anything. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Snapchat question. Someone asked, Ralph, I want to be adored. I just want to be loved. How can I become more attractive? I get a lot of these kinds of questions. And I'm going to share with you what's helped me along my journey. Because let's face it, everybody wants to be adored. They want to be loved, they want to be appreciated, they want to be made to be felt special. Okay? And anybody who says they don't want that, well, they're probably not human. It's natural. Okay, I'm going to share with you what I learned along my early journey and how I've grown, okay, to attract someone who adores you. What's the first way? Wait for it. Nothing. That's right. Do nothing. Because nothing is more sexier than authenticity. Slow motion this side. That's what I learned along my journey. Nothing is more sexier than authenticity. You've heard people say, I was so attracted to them. I adore them because they're not doing anything. It's like I could just sit and stare at them because they're not doing anything. They're not trying so hard to impress. They're not trying so hard to fit in. They just are. And we are drawn. We gravitate towards people who don't try so hard. I remember along my early journey, I used to go to the club with friends and I would spend a long time trying to figure out what I should wear, put a whole load of aftershave on myself, get to the club and the music was terrible and I would just go home with a whole load of aftershave on me. And no one else has smelled it but me. That's not fun. I don't even use aftershave these days. Okay? Do you know what's in it? You don't want to know. So when I realized this, that to get someone to adore you, you've got to be yourself. You've got to learn how to adore yourself first and foremost, because that shows, like, to attract someone who adores you, if you don't adore yourself, then it's going to be hard. Okay. But once you accept yourself, you're authentic, then that shows me that because you accept yourself, chances are you're going to accept me and the cat down the road. Okay. And we get along and we sing kumbaya under a tree. Now, what's the second way to attract someone who adores you? Show me what you got. I get a lot of people writing to me, and a lot of women tell me that their partner, their boyfriend, their husband is always busy. A lot of men tell me that their partner, okay, their girlfriend, their wife, whatnot, is also busy. Okay, they're always doing things, and then they write at the bottom, I love it though. Okay, we actually sometimes say, I want my partner to give me all the attention, but that's not really what we want. Okay, that's what I realize. Okay, to attract someone who adores you, it's what I call men of purpose, women of purpose. There's a reason why a lot of women love a guy in uniform, because it shows this guy is willing to sweat for them, to go in the trenches for them, to do whatever it takes to bring the bread and butter home. And there is no bread and butter here. More like the strawberries and grapes home, baby. Okay? We are drawn to people who are passionate about what they want to do in life, who have a clear focus. Okay? To get someone to adore you, You got to show someone how passionate you are about whatever it is you are here to do on planet Earth. I said a long time ago, you find the one you love doing what you love. Slow motion in the art gallery. Ever notice that the more you search, the more you can't find? But once you're in your life purpose, just living and breathing, then it all comes. Why does that happen? Because your primary focus is to work on yourself, is for you to become your greatest version. People pick up on that and they'll love you even more for it. They'll love you even more for it because it shows how dedicated you are to living what you know you came here to live. Okay? What's the third way to attract someone who adores you? Now, 7-Day Vegan Challenge. By the way, I love the Snapchat pictures. Okay? I'm blown away each time. Great smoothies. Kale, dates, banana. What was it last time? Goodness gracious. When you speak your food truth, you will attract someone who adores you for it. Don't hide. You see, a lot of us, we like to hide. Oh, I don't eat this, I don't eat that, because you don't want to offend anybody. I get it. But people will love you even more when you're not afraid to say, I love animals. That's right. Say it again. I love animals. Say it again. I'm a vegan. Say it again. I eat plant-based foods. Oh my goodness gracious. You're melting my heart right now. But you see, a lot of us, we don't really dive into our food lifestyle. And the 7-Day Vegan Challenge is not really a challenge. Eventually, it will lead to a lifestyle. And ask yourself, would I share this plate with someone I love right now? Will they eat it? Well, if they will, then that's beautiful. That's a match made in heaven, baby. What happens though? You see, we don't really realize that food and love go together. To attract someone who adores you, show people how healthy you are. Like when I come into your home, I want to see like the fridge, like if I open it, like just a whole load of smoothies are going to fall out, right? I'm going to adore you then. Because I'm going to know that you are eating to live, baby. Okay? You got to eat to live. And that's what I learned along my journey. When I see people eating to live, I adore them even more. Because if you are putting beautiful, luscious apricots in your mouth, strawberries in your mouth, wake up with a whole load of grapes in your mouth, it means that you care about yourself and you are all about improving your life and becoming your greatest version. So that means chances are you're going to do the same with me. Okay. We adore people who love to take care of themselves. Okay. By what they eat. If you let yourself go eating a lot of junk food, it's going to be hard for someone to adore you because it means that if you don't care about what you eat, chances are, well, you guessed it, you're not going to care about me. What's number 4? The fourth way to attract someone who adores you. Would do anything, lose everything. Don't worry about it. Lose everything. Lose everything. Like, you often hear of these famous celebrities saying that they met their partner. Actually, their partner was their childhood sweetheart, okay? Because they knew as soon as they started to get so rich and famous, it was hard for them to choose because they didn't really know, does this person want me for who I am or for my money or for my fame, okay? So they went with the person they knew at 11 years old. That's really smart, okay? So if you lose everything, what am I talking about here? Ladies, try this. Wear no makeup for 1 week. Now, if that guy is still ringing your phone, he adores you. He really adores you. Lose everything. Okay. You don't have to tell people how much money you make, how famous you are, where you work and all of this stuff. Lose everything. Even this is what helped me along my journey. I started people always approach me a lot of the times on the streets pretty much every day. And a lot of the time I just say, I'm just going for escape. I'm just regular me right now. Okay. I don't say, oh yeah, I make YouTube videos, all of that. No, I just say I'm going for escape. Okay. When you lose everything, even this superficial persona you've created, it allows someone to see the real you underneath it all. Okay. Underneath the makeup, underneath this position, this job, this title, this car, this mansion, underneath all of that. Okay. And if people can see you in your true element and it resonates with them, the shoe fits, then that means you've just scored, baby. That's how to attract someone who adores you. When you lose everything, yet they still want you. Okay? What's number 5? The 5th way to attract someone who adores you is to undress, no, not their clothes, undress their mind. Slow motion this side. Undress my mind, like show people the inner workings of your mind, because we're living in a world which is very materialistic, rightly so, because it is a material world, but also there's another spiritual side. And what's helped me along my journey is to realize this. You see, this body we have is a beautiful body. It's a beautiful vehicle. Okay. You've got one, I've got one, but this body is going to change. Okay. It changes as we go through life. So even how you look now is not going to be how you look in 20 years. You might actually look younger. So what we're going to see is that beauty is going to fade away. But what doesn't fade is the essence. So when you undress someone's mind, what I say, show them the inner workings of your mind. Yes, show your booty if you want, because it's beautiful. Show how you go to the gym every day and your beautiful muscles, all right, your big muscles. Yeah, that's great. But at the same time, that's not enough to get someone to really, really adore you, because there's someone else with another booty shot. There's someone else going to the gym, flexing his muscles, okay? So you want to show people, once again, the inner workings of your mind, to say, actually, yes, I have a beautiful body, but at the same time, I'm a lot more than just a pretty face. I used to make videos, look in the archive, when my hair, I was just growing it. But people who were reaching out to me saying, oh, thanks so much. I really adore your message. It's helped me so much. They were listening to the message, not to how I looked. Slow motion this side. Okay, so show people, don't be afraid to show people how your mind works, okay? Because it's so important. What's number 6? To attract someone who adores you. Be vulnerable with them. And if they still stay, then they really adore you. Because a lot of us, we are afraid to be vulnerable in this society. Nobody wants to say, actually, I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. The cat down the road knows that. Like, we're just figuring it all out. And that is so attractive. That's how to attract someone who adores you. When you say, I'm not perfect, I'm still working on myself. Okay, I'm both work in progress, but also a masterpiece at the same time. Oh, my baby, right? We love that because it allows us also to let go. On the other hand, if you've got someone who says, I am so perfect, I have no flaws, I never make mistakes, it's hard to adore them the same way, because it's like, we love to cheer someone who's like working on themselves, who's been a jackass one day and then is a saint the next day. Okay. So I've just found out that The more vulnerable you can be with someone, talk to people about what you did at 5 years old, what you did at 6 years old, what you did in the woods that night, okay? The more you open up to someone, the more they adore you. If you close yourself off to people, they close themselves off to you. Slow motion this side. Okay? Never be afraid to be vulnerable. What is number 7? The 7th way to attract someone who adores you. Now, a lot of people, we go by looks. How does someone look? Okay? When we talk of attraction, what's helped me along my journey is to realize this. If you want someone to really, really adore you, really adore you, really adore you, well, you only got to do one thing. And that's to make them feel special. Make people feel loved. Make people feel like they are somebody. Okay? We adore people who actually make us feel something. Whatever it is, it's good enough, okay? Show people how special they are. Then they will adore you. Oftentimes we don't do that. Okay? It's always about us. We forget small gifts, what even just a thank you could do, how it can brighten up someone's day. Okay? And we are drawn to kind people. We are drawn to giving people. If you are stingy, ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, and we don't really adore people that much who are very stingy because it means you are closed as opposed to open, giving. Okay, so to attract someone who adores you, ask yourself, how are you making them feel special today? Are you taking the time out of your busy schedule to be with them? Are you sending them a message? Are you making them some beautiful vegan cookies? You can do that. It will all work out. Okay. Number 8, to attract someone who adores you, what's helped me along my journey is to realize this. Trust people. I know it's hard. It is hard to trust people. But you see, the bird that gets released from the cage will fly away. It's gone. If it comes back, then it really adores you. But a lot of us, even in relationships and whatnot, we know that we got to keep this bird inside the cage because we know that we're so insecure that we're trying to control this person. We're trying to own them. We actually feel we can own another human being. I know, really. I know, right? Right? So we know that if they get an opportunity to fly away, they're definitely not coming back. But to attract someone who adores you, let them fly away. Fly, go and do whatever you want. And they will love you even more for it. Why? Because you have shown them the power of freedom as opposed to locking them inside a cage. And that's why so many relationships, what I call the Coca-Cola relationships, end in disaster, because it's like, you don't look at this person. Oh my gosh. Don't look at that person. Oh my gosh. Look down at the floor, right? Yes, it's like punishment. You want to be with someone who gives you that power of freedom to say, go wherever you want. We adore people who do that. We even crave people even more who allow us to be ourselves without apologizing for it. Okay? What is number 9? The 9th way to attract someone who adores you. Now, value people. A lot of the times we don't value people. Like, we take people for granted. I've done along my early journey. But if you want someone to really adore you, stop taking people for granted. Like, actually say, okay, I get it. Like, this person, may not always be here. And the more you show people how much they're valued, how much they're cared for, then people just naturally gravitate towards you. Okay? Because a lot of us, we don't really do that. We just take it as a given. They're always going to be there. And that's when you start getting complacent. You stop watering the flower and now it withers. Oh my God, don't worry, because we're growing it right now, baby. Okay? That's how to attract someone who adores you. Show them how much they are valued, how much they are needed, how much they help you become your greatest version. Okay? And what's the 10th way to attract someone who adores you? Well, what helped me along my journey was to really start loving yourself more 100%. Okay. Love yourself 100% first and foremost. We often think that there is something we can do to get someone to adore us even more. No, we have to adore ourselves wholeheartedly first. And a very simple way to do this is to don't worry if people adore you or not. Okay. To get someone to adore you, you got to just be at one with yourself. Be at one with yourself. Ask yourself, okay, am I really happy in life? Because if you are, we love happy people. We gravitate towards happy people. Am I all about drama right now? That means you're going to immediately push people out of your life. Am I here living my purpose? Am I making the world a better place? You're going to attract a lot of people. Am I sharing what I'm passionate about? You're going to attract a lot of people. Am I having fun? Am I loosening up, right? Am I loosening up or am I really stiff? Okay, to attract someone who adores you, you just got to remind yourself, adore yourself, and everything else will fall into place. And then you just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? We are here. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana in the art gallery, baby. Have a beautiful day. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You